Hunter here with another tutorial. This time we're going to look at making virtual packaging. So let's have a look at the kind of image I'm going to create. Switching over to Photoshop. Right, the excitement about Star Wars The Last Jedi is growing, and our client has come to us and asked us to put together a mock-up of a product of the book for Star Wars The Last Jedi to show some cover art to get publishers excited for it. It's Star Wars. They're going to be excited for it. So this is the actual item that we're going to make. Now I'm going to show you the ingredients first. So let's get rid of it. What I've done is I've gone onto the internet and I have got a white background. There's the white background. I have downloaded a Last Jedi original poster and also the Star Wars logo to play around with. So what am I going to do? Well, I'm going to copy those two layers by dragging them down. There you go. And just drag them out of my original group. Switching off the originals. Let's get rid of the actual finished effect. And let's get starting. Now, I'm going to focus on the Last Jedi original. So I'm going to get rid of the Star Wars logo. Right, what I need to do is create the spine of this actual image. Very simple. Going to do this on a new layer. And I'm going to use the rectangle tool to click a rectangle. It doesn't have to join, just alongside, roughly the same height. If you can get the precise height, it's brilliant. Let's say about yay big. Now I'm going to fill it with a similar color of the original picture. So I'm going to select my color palette here. And if I move it around the picture, I can pick up a color of Mark Hamill's nose or the gray background. Let's go for the gray background. Now I could use the brush tool and start painting that in. Or alternatively, I could use the nice shortcut of Alt and Backspace, which will fill with a foreground color. So I'm going to deselect that. I'm going to rename this layer Spine. Right, now I want my Star Wars logo, and I'm going to just drag that above so it's on top. And I'm going to position that so it's in line with the top and the left of my spine. Then I'm going to use Control and T, the transform tool, to transform it. Now be very careful. It's very easy to squish it and make it look skinny Star Wars, big Star Wars skinny. Use the Shift key and that'll keep the height and width proportional, and just drag it till it matches the size of the spine. Yeah, let's zoom in, Control and Space to zoom in. That looks good. Click on the tick. Done. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do, actually, that's a bit too small. Look, you can see it's just coming over the edge there. So let's just go in there and adjust it accordingly. There we go. Next thing we're going to do is add some spine text to it that says Star Wars The Last Jedi. So my text tool, click and drag. Going to make sure my color is black. And hopefully I can type Star Wars The Last Jedi. There we go. Click on tick. Okay, using my move tool, I can move that around, and I want to plonk that there. Now, at the moment, I want this reading vertically down the spine. So again, my transformation tool. Not only does my transformation tool allow me to change the size of it, which I don't want, I'm just going to cancel that. Use my transformation tool again, Control and T. If I move the transformation tool outside the object, look, I get these curvy arrows. I can click and rotate it. Now, if you want perfect 90 degrees, hold down Shift. There you go, 90 degrees. Click tick, happy with that, and then use the move tool, move it into place. There you go. So that's the spine. Now, what I'm going to do is I have 1, 2, 3 layers here. I'm going to combine them into one layer. Now, you can do this using merge layers. There you go. Merge layers. I'm not a big fan of that because merging layers destroys the original. The idea is you're putting all 1, 2, 3 elements all on one layer. So I'm going to show you a nice little shortcut. I'll put the shortcut on the screen and just move it so you can actually read it. Control, Alt, and E is the shortcut we're going to use. Now, before you press Control, Alt, and E, a couple of things you need to do to set up. Firstly, getting rid of that. I'm using Control click to select the layers I want to put all on one layer. So those 3. Hold down Control, hold down Alt, stab the E key. A new layer is created. There it is. I'm going to hide my original text, my original logo, my original spine. There you go. The spine is all on one layer, all 3 items. Now I can manipulate this and give it the 3D effect. Why do I want to keep the originals? Well, if I make a mistake or the client wants a change, rather than edit a merged layer, it's easy to edit the individual layers and merge them again. So I'm going to move this like that. Excellent. Final effect is to make it look a bit 3D. So again, I'm going to use the Control and T key to transform. This time though, instead of just resizing it or rotating it, what I'm going to do is right click and change the perspective. There you go. Now, what this does is enables me to go to the corners and look, I'm changing the perspective. So I'm making it look as if it's a bit more 3D. Hit enter, I'm happy with that. Looks a bit fat, quite a bit of a fat spine. So I'm going to Control and T that and just resize it there. Okay. I'm now starting to make it look a bit like a 3D object, and that's all from a couple of pieces of art. To make it look better, I could perhaps change the brightness of that layer. So that's image adjustments. Let's go to brightness contrast. There you go. That's changing it, making it this bit darker. So it's as if the light is coming in from a different direction. And what I can do for a final mix is I'm going to grab the copy. That's the spine. That's the copy. Going to merge these all onto another layer. So the shortcut again, Control, Alt, and E. Always keeping layers to go back to. It's all on one layer now. Now I can add a shadow to that entire layer by going FX, drop shadow. Shadow panel comes open. There you go, you can see the shadow at the bottom. And it's done. Nice and easy, a product design in a matter of minutes. Just before I go, I'm going to get rid of this December 15th by using the healing brush. The patch tool is part of the healing brush. J gets you there. How you do it is you click and drag around the item you want to get rid of. You then click and drag that item to an area that you want to sample from. So I want it to look like this. Control D. It's gone. How to get rid of blemishes in a matter of minutes. So there's an extra tip for you. That's the patch tool, and we've made a 3D product with just a couple of photos from the internet. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial.